Before you fill up again, stop. Most drivers do one thing right before pumping gas that damages the fuel system, wears out sensors, and increases the risk of vapor fire. Around 90% make this mistake regularly. A former Shell engineer once said this is the most common and most expensive mistake that happens at gas stations. There's one thing you should definitely not do before going to the gas pump, and that's letting your fuel drop dangerously low before filling up. It isn't just stressful, it can damage your Ford's fuel pump and system. That electric pump in your tank allows gasoline to cool it down and lubricate it. When the tank is too low, the pump isn't fully submerged and begins drawing air instead of gasoline. That causes the pump to run hotter and wear out faster, and over time can lead to premature pump failure. This is a repair that often costs from hundreds to over thousands of dollars depending on the Ford model and labor. Keeping a reasonable amount of fuel in your tank helps maintain pump performance and longevity. While the traditional quarter tank guideline is conservative, I still recommend it as a safe practice, especially for older vehicles or Fords under heavy use. Low fuel can also stir up debris from the bottom of the tank, clogging the filter and affecting the engine performance. Once, a Ford Ranger owner revealed that he always drove till his car was empty, only to end up with misfire codes and rough running even after filling up. I found out the pump had sucked debris from the bottom of the tank and clogged the filter. Don't let your Ford's fuel drop below about a quarter tank, and when you're refueling, don't leave the engine running. Ever thought leaving the engine running while fueling was totally fine? Think again. Never leave your engine running while you're refueling your Ford. It might seem like it saves a few seconds, but it can cause pressure issues in your evaporative emissions system and even trigger a false check engine light while the car's computer gets confused by what it's sensing. Modern Fords like the F-150, Explorer, Edge, or Mustang use a sealed system to monitor fuel vapors. When you open the fuel cap with the engine running, the sensors and valves in that system expect normal pressure changes while driving. Instead, they see an abnormal pressure drop and think it's a leak. All of a sudden, you see the check engine light. Many Ford owners experience this more than one might think. Someone will fill up with the engine idling, thinking it's no big deal, and a day or two later they come in because their check engine light is on. A quick scan often points to EVAP pressure codes that come up because the system thinks there's a leak or vent issue. Then you end up paying for a diagnostic scan or unnecessary part replacement that costs thousands of dollars when all you had to do was shut off the engine at the pump. And let me add that there's a safety angle most people overlook. Fuel vapors around a running engine with hot components and active electrical systems increase risk a lot more than you'd think. Ignore this and you end up in the shop chasing emissions codes and paying for replacements. But if you step out of your car before refueling, that's another mistake you should definitely not make. Hey, I'm RJ. I've been wrenching on Fords for over 20 years, everything from tired old Crown Vics to late model EcoBoost F-150s. And I've seen how one tiny mistake at the gas pump can turn into an expensive repair bill you never saw coming. Today I'll show you what to never do at the pump so your Ford runs longer and costs you less. One of those things at the gas pump that sounds like overkill until you understand the science behind this. Don't re-enter your Ford once you've started refueling, especially if you're driving in dry or cold weather. Here's why this matters. When you slide back into the seat and then get back out, your body and clothing can build up static electricity from friction with the upholstery. If you then touch the fuel nozzle or the metal around it, static shock. You might only get a little zap or you might end up dealing with a flash fire. So here's the simple rule. It's best to stay outside the vehicle the whole time you're filling the tank so you don't generate that charge. If you absolutely must get back in, maybe you forgot something, then you can touch a metal part of the car away from the filler, like a door handle, before you touch the fuel nozzle again. This discharges static buildup and reduces the chances of an accident. Static at the pump is one of those rare but serious hazards that no one takes seriously. But trust me, the last thing you want is a fire at the gas station because you scooted back into your seat for a second. Don't overlook this because it's uncommon, because many Ford drivers experience this. This next tip might seem simple, but this is one thing many owners end up overlooking. Using the wrong fuel type or grade at the pump can lead to serious damage and expensive repairs if you don't catch it early. For instance, putting gasoline in a diesel-powered Ford like a Power Stroke, or diesel in a gasoline-powered Ford can ruin the entire fuel system. Diesel fuel lubricates the fuel pump and injectors of diesel engines, while gasoline can strip away that lubrication while causing excessive wear and causing the components to fail. If you start the engine with the wrong fuel in the tank, the damage goes to costly repair real fast. Even in Fords that are gasoline engines, using lower octane than recommended, such as putting 87 in a turbocharged EcoBoost that ideally wants 91 plus, can cause engine knock, reduced performance, and long-term stress on pistons and valves. Ford's knock sensors will often compensate on the fly, but repeated low-octane use isn't a good idea for high compression or a turbo engine. It can lead to premature wear on your engine. Another mistake that many Ford owners make is using high ethanol fuels like E85 or E15 when their Ford isn't a flex fuel vehicle. The extra ethanol acts as a solvent that can corrode rubber fuel lines, seals, and injectors. And it can even run lean because the engine isn't tuned for that blend. Before you know it, the check engine light is on and your car is misfiring. One F-150 owner in my shop filled up his car with the wrong fuel and I had to drain and refill the tank. It cost $400 for tank drainage and labor. That's a lot more than the cost of just double-checking the nozzle before you start pumping. Another big problem you might be making? Using old or degraded fuel. Gasoline older than 3 to 6 months oxidizes and forms a varnish that clogs injectors and fuel pumps, especially on direct injected Fords with EcoBoost engines where precise fuel delivery is important. Have you ever chosen price over quality at the pump? How did that work out for you? Here's what you're really paying for. Refueling at a low-quality or unbranded gas station might save you a few cents on price, but it can cost you hundreds or even thousands in repairs down the road. Not all fuel is created equal. Reputable stations often sell gasoline with higher detergent additives that keep injectors, valves, and combustion chambers clean. All gasoline sold in the U.S. meets EPA standards for detergents, which help keep engines running properly. Some top-tier fuels include additional detergent additives. These extra detergents can help keep intake valves and injectors cleaner over time, especially in port injection engines, so occasional use won't cause immediate problems. The long-term use of top-tier fuel can reduce buildup and support smoother performance over the life of your Ford. Using reputable fuel regularly helps maintain injector and valve cleanliness over time. But using non-top-tier fuel occasionally isn't harmful. Now, you know what you should never do before getting gas. The next few tips are the ones you should avoid doing right after getting gas. When you fill your tank with gas, do you crank it immediately or give it a few seconds? One big mistake you might be making is starting your engine too soon after topping off at the pump. This can cause issues with your Ford's evaporative emissions system, especially on EcoBoost-equipped models and newer capless fuel systems. It can lead to false warnings, rough starts, and stubborn check engine lights. Modern Fords use an EVAP system to manage fuel vapors so they don't escape into the air. If you crank the engine right away, you can suck raw vapor or abnormal pressure fluctuations into the intake or trigger a pressure imbalance, confusing the onboard computer. If you see codes like P0442, P0456, or P1450 lighting up your dashboard, there's definitely a problem. Many Ford owners deal with issues like these. After refueling, their EcoBoost model struggles to start or shows an EVAP leak code only right after filling up. One moment it's fine, then a minute later it's not. One 2017 Escape owner said the truck wouldn't start immediately after fueling until he waited about 20 seconds. And other folks pointed to the purge valve or vent solenoid as the culprit when the system couldn't regulate vapor flow properly. If you're fixing a purge valve that's stuck open or replacing an EVAP vent solenoid on a Ford, expect to pay $300 or more. So, stick to the simple habit of waiting a few seconds after refueling before starting your engine. Even after you start your engine, one thing I've made a habit of, and you should too, is cleaning the capless fuel port after getting fuel. When you've got a capless fuel system like Ford's Easy Fuel, the idea is that you never have to worry about a gas cap again. Just stick the nozzle in and go. But have you ever thought about cleaning this area? Most people don't. The flap and rubber seal rely on a clean surface to seal properly after fueling, and dirt or debris around the inlet can prevent that seal from closing tight. So, leaving your capless fuel port dirty after using a gas pump can lead to engine warning lights and fuel system issues over time. You might have noticed that Ford's Easy Fuel system uses a spring-loaded flap and rubber seal to stop the fumes from escaping and protect the emissions system. Over time, dust, road grime, and debris will build up around the opening. This tiny gap causes big issues. Because of this, the flap fails to seat fully, leaving a tiny space where the vapors escape and air leaks in. Before you know it, there's a check engine light because the computer detects this as a vapor leak. A customer once came into the shop with an F-150 because he had a P0456 EVAP warning and could smell the gasoline around the fuel door. But once I cleaned the fuel inlet and sealing surfaces, the warning disappeared instantly. For another customer, he was constantly getting emissions codes, but once I wiped the rubber seal and flap area clean, the system stopped throwing faults. The simple fix is to keep the area around the capless inlet clean. After fueling, just wipe away any dust or debris with a clean rag. If you're in dusty or off-road conditions, keep a small brush or cloth in your truck to clean the seal before you drive away. As you check the flap, you should also pay attention to any leaks or smells around the fuel pump. Ever smelled gas and just ignored it? Yeah, don't do that. When you ignore a fuel smell or a random check engine light after filling up, you're often watching the start of a small EVAP leak problem. On Fords, this shows up really commonly as the dreaded P0456 small EVAP leak code. Even the tiniest leak in the system around a filler neck, gas cap seal, hoses, or valves can trigger the light. You might not even notice any problems with your drivability at first. A lot of folks say they had a check engine light come on with no obvious symbol. All they have is a warning, and they didn't realize how bad it was until there's a faint gasoline smell near the tank or filler area. That's classic for EVAP leaks. Most people ignore EVAP warnings until they fail emissions tests or get worse downstream parts issues. A tiny leak today can stress the purge valves or vent solenoids later, and replacing those parts on a Ford can cost you a few $100s in parts and labor. If you're good with cars, you can check the gas cap or capless filler seal, especially on the newer Fords where debris or worn rubber allows vapors to escape. If the light comes back after tightening or replacing the cap, an OBD2 scan will confirm a P045X code. From there, a mechanic like me can smoke test the EVAP system and find and fix the real leak. Once you fill up your Ford tank, you might also consider using a fuel cleaner, but that's another bad idea. Many people add fuel cleaner into their tank after they've just filled up, but that does nothing to circulate the additive through the fuel system. This is a mistake. For those cleaners to work the way they're designed, which is dissolving carbon and deposits on injectors, intake valves, and other parts, the fuel has to be mixed and drawn into the engine while driving. Here's how it actually works. So, you should mix the fuel cleaner with the gasoline so that it can flow through the entire system while driving, instead of concentrating it in one spot where it might end up sitting and doing nothing. On Ford engines, especially the direct injection EcoBoost motors, keeping the fuel system clean is pretty important because these engines can build up carbon much faster than in the older port-injected designs. Cleaning the fuel system and adding cleaner before driving reduces hesitation and improves throttle response. But don't just dump some random additives into your car without driving. That doesn't change anything. And after you visit the fuel station, there's another tip that matters more than people realize. Fuel expands when it heats up, and modern Fords are equipped with vented tanks and EVAP systems designed to manage vapor pressure safely. Extreme temperature fluctuations over many years can actually stress the seals and ventilation components of your Ford. But if you maintain your car right, you avoid this problem. Don't worry, because parking in direct sunlight with a full tank won't cause immediate damage to your fuel system. The EVAP system can control expansion, prevent leaks, and manage vapor safely. The primary reason to avoid prolonged sun exposure is to instead keep your vehicle's interior and paint in good shape. Keeping your vehicle in the shade when possible is always a good idea, preventing extreme temperature fluctuations and preserving the finish and interior of your Ford. Still, with proper maintenance, fuel systems remain resilient in any situation.